Hello everyone! Welcome back to Thomas and Friends Home Media Reviews. Today's review is on Signals Crossed. Does it sound like I'm really far away? That's because I am. I don't know how that's going to sound in the editing room, but we're going to roll with it. I don't know what that intro was. As previously stated, today's HMR is on Signals Crossed. Let's go ahead and transition into the history section of Signals Crossed. So Signals Crossed is yet another interesting case of a release hitting a digital platform before hitting physical media. Now, this is common with most feature films. However, it's not common with Thomas. I believe this has happened once in the past. I think this happened with Trouble on the Tracks. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think it happened with that one. If it wasn't with that one, it was with something else. I know it happened with Tale of the Brave. I know the digital version of Tale of the Brave came out a week before Tale of the Brave on DVD and Blu-ray. With Signals Crossed, the iTunes release, at least that's what my source says, I guess that means all digital platforms or maybe just iTunes. That version released on November 11th of 2014. And the physical version came out a few weeks later on December 2nd, 2014. Very, very interesting. I'm not sure if Dinos and Discoveries, which, spoiler alert, is our next episode of Home Media Reviews after this one, I think that physical media release came out prior to Signals Crossed on DVD. I'm not sure. I haven't done research for that one yet at the time of this recording, so please don't scream at me in the comments if I'm wrong. So anyway, let's go ahead and transition into our close-up section of Signals Crossed. Alrighty everyone, here's your close-up look at Signals Crossed. Thomas and Friends logo up there at the top with clouds in the background. Signals Crossed, I really like this logo that someone created for this. This is amazing, I love it. Thomas up there on the front with Toby, which makes sense. Toby's the main character in Signals Crossed, and this is called Signals Crossed, so it's also a really good story. I really like Signals Crossed, the story. The release, we'll save that for the end. He's not technically jumping the rails, but he's applying his brakes pretty hard, and that doesn't make any sense on why there's like a hill at Knightford and all that, but I guess that they want to make it engaging. Mix-ups and slip-ups on the railway. Really, really like this poster art. On the side, Hit Entertainment logo, Thomas and Friends, Signals Crossed, portrait of Thomas now in silver, DVD logo, Universal down there on the bottom. On the back, Thomas Friends logo again. Got a signalman waving a yellow flag up on a post. UPC code, blurb, Timothy and Thomas on the back there. Your bonus features include 2 more songs, the roll call song and Searching Everywhere, and Guess Who puzzles. 4th week in a row with no game. What's going on? Where are the games? Where did they go? Did they just not make them anymore? I'm actually surprised that we don't have a game on here. Link to the Thomas and Friends website, tech specs, and the like down at the bottom. We open this up. Oh look, there's the outline for the eco case. If this was an eco case, this all would be punched out. But it's not. Still that weak plastic that I've been complaining about for the last few weeks. Disc, squished up version of the poster art. There were no inserts. I bought this new when it first came out. So that's your close-up. Let's go ahead and transition into our menu tour of Signals Crossed. Alrighty everyone, here's your menu tour for Signals Crossed. There's actually a lot that's changed with this menu card. I'm surprised. It's not exactly the same poster art as on the poster here, but the font has changed. That's my biggest thing. The font has, I think it's changed. Does that look changed to anybody? That looks changed to me. Toby is also happier in this than he is on the front cover. Play at, and the, oh god. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. Whenever I start moving the stupid cursor thing, or the arrow, the release starts playing. It really, I do not like that at all. Episode selection, language selection, bonus features, and play, you already know those 4 options. Signals Crossed, Marion in the Pipe, Duncan and the Grumpy Passenger, No Steam Without Coal, one of my favorites from Season 18, and Thomas and the Emergency Cable. All these episodes are pretty good. At least from what I remember. I have not rewatched this at the time of recording this. Language selection, same 3 options as always. Man, I'm just looking at this close up, and this quality is not great. It doesn't show up much on the camera, but if you're looking at these in person, you can definitely tell that they're not putting a lot of effort into the picture quality on these things. Bonus features, roll call song, insertion everywhere, and guess who puzzles. Again, there is no game. So I guess we will never get a game, at least not for the next couple weeks. So that's the menu tour for Signals Crossed. Let's go ahead and head on back and answer the 5 main questions as always.
Alright, so we're back from the close-up, and now it's time to answer the 5 main questions as always. Number 1, where can you pick this product up? Can't find Signals Crossed in stores anymore. It's been 4 years, close to 4 years, since that release hit store shelves. So I'm going to say online retailers. I'm really sick and tired of saying that, but it's true, because honestly, I can't find Thomas DVDs in stores all that much anymore. I mean, the only ones I'm still seeing nowadays are Journey Beyond Sodor. I mean, I haven't seen Christmas on Sodor or Thomas's holiday collection since last Christmas. However, I did see a Dinos and Discoveries copy at Toys R Us, rest its soul. Number 2, is this product still being printed nowadays? I'm going to say no. Number 3, should you pick this product up? Signals Crossed has some of the best Thomas stories from Season 18 on it. In particular, No Steam Without Coal is a very well done story. It's one of my favorites from Season 18. Might be one of my favorites from the newer CGI era in general. It is just so well written. Marion and the Pipe is a very fun, kind of pulpy, kind of fluff episode of Thomas and Friends. It's not particularly serious. It's not particularly overly goofy, but it's a fun watch, and it's kind of easily forgettable, but it's a fun watch the first time you see it. Duncan and the Grumpy Passenger. I do believe this was Duncan's reintroduction into the CGI era, since we never saw him in Blue Mountain Mystery, because, if you didn't know, his real-life counterpart that lives on the Tally Flynn Railway, he was in a shed being repaired, and the modelers from Nitrogen Animation could not get his dimensions or anything like that because he was busy being remodeled and repaired, so they couldn't do it, so Duncan was not in Blue Mountain Mystery. But he's back here. He is exactly the persona I would think he would be. He's more of his Season 8 persona than his Season 4 persona. Season 8, he took on more characteristics of Sir Handel just being an outright ass, while Sir Handel kind of morphed into a Duke-like character when he came back. Or maybe not Season 8, maybe like Season 9 or 10. I'm not sure. When did the narrow gauge engines appear? After Season 7? I forget. Were they in Season 8? I'm actually not sure. I'm a bad Thomas fan. But anyway, Duncan and the Grumpy Passenger. Good episode. And I'm not bothered by Duncan's render. I think he looks fine. Thomas and the Emergency Cable and Signals Crossed sort of feel of the same quality to me. Signals Crossed, I feel, was not a good story for Toby. Mainly due to the fact that that's against Toby's character. Toby is not young and naive. However, it would kind of make sense, given the fact that Toby's line doesn't deal with Knapford, I don't think. He's more in the rural area of Sodor rather than the metropolitan, like Knapford Station City area. So, I guess it kind of makes sense that he doesn't know about Knapford Junction. It's just kind of weird seeing Toby take on, like, this weird youngster role where he's actually more of, like, Edward's age. I don't know, Signals Crossed is just a weird story for Toby. I feel like it would have served better for an engine like Percy. And then Thomas and the Emergency Cable, it's fine. It's pretty much how I feel like with Signals Crossed. It's fine. It's fine, you know? It's kind of silly when, you know, the man pulls the emergency cable because he thought he saw a bird. But, you know, that actually could happen on a real railway. And I'm sure it's so much better than that god-awful travesty Journey Beyond Sodor. Am I right, guys? Oh, that joke is dead, and I'm beating the horse to a pulp. The whole release of Signals Crossed itself is good. It's very good. And I think because of No Steam Without Coal, this holds a special place in my heart because I just love No Steam Without Coal. I don't know why that episode is just so good in my eyes. So yes, I recommend Signals Crossed, in case you couldn't tell. Number 4, where should you pick this product up? Same answers as number 1. Please don't kill me. I don't have any other suggestions. I mean, eBay, maybe. I don't know. Something other than Amazon. And number 5, what price should you pay? $5 to $6. Signals crossed isn't really all that rare. It's been a while since it was printed, so you might not be able to find a copy all that quickly, but you shouldn't overpay for it. And that, folks, is the home media review on Signals Crossed. Kind of weird how I said that this includes some of the best of Season 18, but the only story I really praised was No Steam Without Coal. I mean, Duncan and the Grumpy Passenger, yeah, I guess you could say it's one of the best of Season 18, but yeah, I kind of take back my statement from that. I mean, it's not a bad release by any means. It just, No Steam Without Coal is the best episode on here. So folks, next week, as previously stated in this HMR, we'll be taking a look at dinos and discoveries. I'll see you all then. Good night, everybody. So, enough about that. Let's go ahead and transition into our, I almost said menu tour. God, I've been doing this for close to 3 years now. Well, over 3 years at this point. How do I still screw that up?